Due to my outstanding performance, Madam Hall granted me flexible working hours. After a full night of entertaining clients, I had barely fallen asleep when a colleague's call jolted me awake. "It's already 9:30 a.m. How could you be late again?" I patiently explained that I had worked late signing contracts last night, so I would not be coming into the office this morning. However, my colleague scoffed. "Don't think that being the top salesperson gives you free rein to skip work. The heiress, Ms. Hall, is visiting the office for the first time today. If you upset her, you'd better watch out. She'll have you fired." I pushed through my headache and searched my memory. The heiress he mentioned was Cadence Hall. If I was not mistaken, she was the woman who had been desperate to marry into my family. "Andy, you're finally here." The guy at the reception winked at me when he saw me. Then, he spoke to me in a low voice. "The company's heiress is back. Bill Rosman won't be easy to deal with today." "What happened? Isn't she currently overseas?" I asked. The company's heiress, Cadence Hall, was the company's CEO, Madam Hall's only child. But in the 6 months since I joined the company, she had not shown even up once. She claimed she was studying abroad. "You didn't know? Madam Hall had a sudden heart attack last night and is in the ICU. She hasn't regained consciousness yet." The front desk guy started gossiping. "The Hall family rushed their eldest daughter back from abroad overnight. They say she'll temporarily take over managing the company. She's at the airport now and will be here any minute." My heart skipped a beat. Madam Hall? In the ICU? I had just run into her at the office yesterday afternoon. I pulled out my phone, intending to call Madam Hall's assistant to ask about the situation. A sarcastic voice sounded behind me. Well, our top salesperson finally decided to show up for work." I turned to see Bill Rosman standing there, arms crossed, and wearing a mocking expression. He was dressed in a flashy pink haute couture suit today, the scent of his cologne so strong it was almost choking. "I thought that since you have signed a big deal, you would ignore company rules now. And you dare show up late on the day the company's heiress is making her first inspection tour? That takes some nerve." When I first joined the company, Bill bragged about being the top salesperson. He would constantly tell me to learn from him as a senior colleague. But in my first month, I crushed his sales figures, both in number of deals and total value. Ever since, he had always made snide remarks whenever he saw me. But before today, it was mostly about young blood taking over the old. This was the first time he had spoken so ruthlessly. I could not be bothered with him and turned to find a quiet spot to make my call, but Bill stepped right in front of me. "What's this? Are you feeling guilty? Are you trying to run away?" His gaze fell on me, and suddenly his voice rose sharply. "Oh my, you actually dressed up like a proper person? What's this? Did you hear the heiress was coming today and decided to try to charm her?" The air around us instantly grew still. Every pair of eyes in the room turned to stare at me. Bill's words were loud enough to draw the attention of colleagues from other departments passing by, who stopped in their tracks. I had been at the company for half a year. Usually I dressed in business casual attire. Last night I had been busy with social engagements and slept late, looking a bit haggard, so I changed into a sharper suit to perk up my appearance. Through Bill's words, this became a calculated attempt at seduction. "Bill, if you can't control your mouth, you might as well donate it." His face instantly turned red. "Who do you think you are, talking to me like that? I can see right through your ulterior motives toward the heiress." I replied coldly. "Why are you being so nosy? Mind your own business. What I wear has nothing to do with you." Also, Madam Hall has allowed me to work flexible hours. If you have an issue with that, go straight to the ICU and discuss it with her." With each word, Bill's expression darkened further. "Andy, don't get too cocky. Madam Hall is in the ICU now. This company